And now we have Mr. Potato Head to give us a special presentation on Carl Rogers' personality theories.
Hey, that's Dr. Potato Head to you. I got my PhD in psychology. And what you also may not know is that Carl Rogers and I were roommates in college. He taught me all about the humanistic school of psychology. Carl's book, Personal Power, inspired me so much that I decided to branch out and do my own research. I decided to observe the lives of your everyday, typical high school students.
Honey, don't you have to study for the test tomorrow on how to stay fresh?
But, Mom, I already is fresh.
Tom, beefsteak produce, if you don't bring your average up to a C, at least after this test, then I will personally drag you by your little vine and bring you back to Wegmans with all my other adopted children that flunked out of school.
I am so not studying for that test. I mean, there's like no way I'm not going to get 100. Miss Granny Smith is so dumb, like the whole class is probably going to get an A+. Time to watch my favorite show, Fruit Idol, with Ryan Cucumbercrest, and my 3 favorite judges, Simon Pineapple, Randy Grapeson, and Paula Abdul-Berry.
She bang, oh baby, she moves, she
Stop. Yo, dog, the Great Pal not liking that one.
I like your outfit very much.
Elgo, that was absolutely dreadful. As Carl Rogers would say, I'm using conditional positive regard because your singing was so bad, it has made me hate you as an eggplant.
It wasn't my voice, it was the song. Everyone I talk to says I sound like Kelly Clementineson. Because
Just get out of here.
One day, I'm gonna be as famous as Kelly Clementineson, and you guys are all stupid, and I don't even like you. Get out of my face, camera! Get out of my face! Oh, camera! Oh, I'm gonna cry! Never spray! Oh! I love Simon Pineapple. He's almost as sarcastic as me. But anyways, as you can see, both Tom's mom and Simon both showed conditional positive regard. Tom's mom would only love him if he achieved 100 on his test. And Simon hated Elga for her excruciating singing and not her own behavior. Tom, who has consistently failed Miss Granny Smith's class, pretends to make himself think he will get a good grade without studying. But deep down, he knows he will fail the test just like the others. This can also be known as denial, because Tom refuses to accept that he will fail unless he studies for the test. Elga also shows this behavior by ideally believing that she has a great singing voice and compares herself with Kelly Clementineson, who, by the way, is a very talented singing artist. But she truly knows that she is not that good. Now excuse me while I go help my wife, Miss Potato Head, put her parts back together below ship.
Like, oh my god, why am I so pale? I'm so pale. I make Michael Jackson look as dark as an avocado. This is terrible. What will all the rest of the banana bunch think of me? He's so going to dump me because when he sees me, he'll just see right through me because I'm so pale. I'm just like an invisible banana.
Hey, sis, where are you? I can't find you.
I knew I was too pale.
Brittany, where are you? I want you to come ride unicorns with me.
Oh my god. He must be on the shrooms again. Mom! Pete's on drugs again!
Peter?
Time to go bake tanning!
Stop, Mom. Flying through the forest with butterflies.
That's it. What did I tell you about hanging out with Jose? Drugs are going to ruin your entire life. How could you?
Ma, I don't do drugs, Ma.
I hate you. I hate you. I'm getting your father over here.
Bertha, stop hitting Pete. Just because he's subjecting himself to misconduct does not mean we should hate him as a pineapple and beat him. We should not like his actions, but we should still love him as our son.
Oh, thank God you're here. I didn't hear a word you said. But let's put him in the sink and rinse him with boiling water until he cries.
Ahem! Well, as tan as Brittany was, she wanted to be even more tan. And her brother not noticing her while under the influence of substances made her believe that she really was pale. She really knew that deep down in herself that she was tan enough, but her ideal self made her believe that she was too pale and actually needed to tan. The gap between her real self and ideal self is what we call incongruity. Bertha also exhibited conditional positive regard for hating her son for using drugs, while Pete's dad showed unconditional positive regard for loving his son, but did not tolerate his son's behavior.
A few days later.
Hello, class. The average for this class on the freshness test was a 90%. Jose and Tom are the only ones in class to fail. Shocking, I know. I'm sure both of your parents will be thrilled to hear me tell them how horrible you are as students, and how they should not spend any fruition on sending either of you off to fruitiversary.
Ho, ho, Mrs. Smith. I personally did not study for this test, but being the ladies' man that I am, all the ladies told me that that you haven't taught us a thing. Now, because I am so good-looking and awesome, can I please have 100 on my test?
Excuse me, are you saying that I have not taught the material that was on the test? Then why is the class average a 90?
That's because you're a terrible teacher, and you shouldn't have never got your diploma. I failed because of you, Miss Smith, and now I have to go back to Wegmans.
Hey, Jose, guess what? I got 150 out of 100.
I am so sorry, Mr. Albert Einstein, but at least all the ladies want me.
I cannot express my envy for you, Mr. Jalapeno.
As you can see, Tom and Jose are using perceptual distortion to believe that their poor grade on the test was caused by Mrs. Smith's poor teaching rather than their lack of studying. Both the teacher and students are using what Rogers called defenses to make themselves sound like they are right individual in the conflict. Now we will continue to explore the situation between Jose and Eugene.
2 hours later.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most awesome man on earth that is totally going to have Brittany say yes to me on a good date tonight? Me, 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 me. Hey, Brittany, you can copy Eugene's homework later. I have something to talk to you about.
I'm not copying his homework.
Eugene, go away. Brittany, I know you want to go see a movie. Pineapple Express with me tonight. What time do you want me to pick you up?
Actually, Jose, I made plans with Eugene tonight. Sorry.
You're gonna choose studying over a hot date?
We're not studying, Jose. I like Eugene. Is that okay with you? Good, because I don't care, jerk. Oh, by the way, do I look tan enough for you?
I don't understand. I've never been rejected before. She must be going for like a study party or something. She's probably getting bad grades. She needs to get her grades up. She's gonna be grounded. Yeah. I'll bet you're just delighted to hear me interrupt again. Again, we had a scenario with an ideal self and a real self situation. Jose's had such an ego that he believed that there's no possible way for Brittany to reject him. However, in reality, Brittany chose to go out with Eugene over him, and is in denial that when he believed that she's using Eugene for his intelligence and not his, in fact, good looks.
Hello, Miss Produce. How are you today?
Tell me about my babies.
Well, Brittany has been doing fine, but Pete has been sleeping during class, and I'm thinking about sending him for a drug test.
What about my Thomas?
Tom is currently failing my class, and I don't see any room for improvement.
How dare you talk about my babies like that? I'm going to get you fired and bring my children back to Wegmans.
I deeply apologize for her. It's not your fault. It's both our fault and our children's fault. Thank you for taking the time to deal with us. Have a good night.
1 hour later.
How could you kids do this to me? You're all failures, and I had such high hopes for you. You're all breaking my heart.
What the? No! My wife's dead.
What could be worse than an unhappy ending? People who are in denial and show conditional positive regard subject themselves to stress and depression. Bertha defended her children to Miss Granny Smith, but also resented her children. A parent is supposed to support their child and correct them from being right and wrong. The Produce family has learned the hard way, but has set an example for other families. I hope this presentation has educated you on Carl Rogers' personality theory, but has also taught you a life lesson. Miss Potato Head and I have to go for rehearsal for Toy Story 3. See you in June!